YouTube, what up, man? It's your man, Mr. Martin 45, back with another video, man. And in today's video, we're headed to go get the interior for the Corvette, man. Here lately, I've been heavy on the Chevy, hashtag bars, but got a couple comments, man, from people wondering about what else I've done to the Durango. Some of my cats have been working on their Durangos. It's like, yeah, I'll probably jump back on this, finish a couple projects that I have in mind for it. But like I said, my goal is to get the Corvette finished sometime spring, summer, so I can start hitting car shows, that type of stuff. So hadn't really got any footage of heading up to the shop and getting footage from the shop, getting material, all the other kind of stuff, which again, you know what I mean, you kind of jump into projects and kind of forget to hit the record button. So some of that footage I didn't get, but not like I was at the shop while they were working on the interior. So headed up here now to go pick that up. I need to get back with my material guy where I got my headliner from, so that way I can get my carpet on order, and then that's pretty much it for the interior. Interior will pretty much be done, or I have all of the stuff for the interior, which I plan on pulling everything back out when I take it to get it painted, just to be, like I said before, on the safe side of making sure everything pretty much stays flawless. So yeah, man, on my way to do that. Trying to figure out what else there is left to do. Still got to put in the order for the rest of my weather stripping. I think right now I'm just going to focus on getting the target top done, getting that weather strip in there, or should I say that weather strip is already done. If you haven't already, go check out that video. Weather strip on the target top is done. I still got to order all the rest of the weather strip to get that done, which I'm gonna wait, because I can actually pull those brackets out of there, have him paid up under those, and therefore you don't see any of the white when I go get it painted. So, which I thought I could get away with getting it put in there and not really worrying about it, but then when you pull the weather strip out of there, or should I say, since I pulled the weather strip and all that stuff out of there, as of right now, you can see white down up under there, which I don't want to see any of that, and I don't want you to see any of that once I get it painted. So I'm gonna probably wait on the rest of the weather strip, pull out the rest of the weather strip from out of there, which I pretty much got it all out from up under, or around the front windshield, around the back of the target top. I haven't touched any of the weather strip back behind the where the rear hatch is, but I'll probably be pulling that closer to when I get it painted, and then I can have all that stuff out of there, so that way when he paints it, he can pretty much paint in all the rest of those areas when he does door jams and all that good stuff. So man, just moving right along. Like I said, I probably had videos of putting the rest of the weather strip in there in case you guys, you know what I mean, have a see for you working on yourself and you need a kind of how to heat on. It's actually getting cold out here. A how to on getting the rest of your weather strip in if you're changing a lot of that stuff, which is a couple channels that I follow that are actually in the process of restoring their C4. So they've gone through some of those same things. So that's pretty much it, man. So I'll finish heading up here, probably jump back on after I get here, give y'all a preview of what my seat cushions look like, because it'll probably be a minute before I throw them back in the actual casings themselves, which I pulled the cushions, of course, from the seats, and I'm probably get those touched up before I throw those cushions back in there, because the back of the driver's seat is a little bit scratched up, so I kind of got to scuff that, go back over the top of that, make sure all of that it's looking how I want it to look before I drop those back in the car. But again, man, I'm gonna bring y'all along on the ride, so y'all stay tuned. All right, man, so just ran in there and grabbed that, man. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit of footage while I was at the shop, but I said it's winter season here as it is everywhere else, but this rain is starting to come down, and between getting my interior wet and getting my phone wet, decided to run in there and grab it. So I don't think y'all really fully understand, bro. Like, sueding out of the visors, bro. So now the visors, headliners, or headliner visors, all that suede, everything else is now the same color. So like I said, the only thing I'm lacking now is my black carpet. You love seeing a plan come together, man. Like I said, I've had some moments to where I kind of been ready to throw this whole car in the trash. You know what I mean? When you've had to deal with certain processes and stuff is not going the way that you anticipated. You know, when you're building a car by hand yourself, that's a whole nother process. Like I said, I've said it before, and there will probably be many more times that y'all hear that phrase, or y'all hear, you know what I mean, that saying from me. Like, it's a bittersweet type joint. You know what I mean? It's, the bitter part is when you're working on one part, things go the way you want it to, or if you have, you know what I mean, two sides to working on something, and one side like, all right, cool, that was easy, and you go to do the other side and it takes you twice as long to get it done. You have all these headaches, and then, you know what I mean, you either one, have to do it again, or two, you just are not happy with the process, so either you have to do it again or something like that. The sweet side of it is when you get to the end of a project and it turns out the way that you anticipated it turning out. Again, driving from there, so can't give y'all the full view of what it is that I'm looking at as far as these seats, but bro, like, dude did me justice. Like I said, that was a pattern that I kind of wanted to go with as far as the interior of the seats, but being that everything else is pretty much just wrapped and it was more of a straight cut and dry pattern, there was really no theme to it, shall I say. I think this worked out a whole lot better versus going with, say, like a honeycomb or a diamond pattern, something like that, because then that would have been the only thing that had that pattern was the seats. You know what I mean? So I think this actually worked out better. You know what I mean? Especially going back with that old saying, less is more. So, bro, yeah, y'all just wait. Y'all just wait on it. Like I said, I've been going to these car shows, checking out cars and all of that. All my people here in Oklahoma City, y'all know who y'all are. I'll give y'all a shout out here in a minute, but bruh, whether it's going to the Oklahoma City Donk Show, whether it's, you know what I mean, a lot of the car shows that have been out at Thunder Valley, no matter where the car shows have been at, bro, y'all know who y'all are. But again, I'll give y'all a shout out just to let some people know, like, you know what I mean, we got some heat here in the city. And if I don't give you a shout out, man, like, you know what I mean, I've always heard from, you know, the older people like grandmother and them, charge it to my head, not my heart, man, because there's so many people out here, you know what I mean, with some heat, man. But yeah, I'm gonna make one or two more stops, and then I get back with y'all, let y'all check out what it is that I'm checking out. Like, bro, I don't think y'all understand, yo. But yeah, stay tuned. All right, man, so yeah, finished product. Like I said, decided to just go with the same kind of pattern that it was when it was in there. Mix it a whole lot fully. Put them all the way back in there. But came out pretty good, man. Came out pretty good. Like I said, I hadn't snapped them all the way back in there because I plan on touching these up, getting these scuffed down some more, and making sure those
match with the rest of everything else, making sure they're freshly painted. So then therefore you don't have these, is this the one? No, I think this is the one that goes on the passenger side. So I just had it kind of sitting in there, or more or less it may be the one that goes on the driver's side. You can see a lot of these scratches and stuff. Look at the back of this other one. That's the one that goes on the driver's side, because the passenger one wasn't so bad. But yeah, like I said, I kind of want to touch up some of these areas like this, the areas where it's not so perfect. So I plan on scuffing these down, putting the coat over them, probably tape up all of this, probably wash all that out of there, wipe it out so it's not as dusty down off in there. But I'll probably tape up this area and then get the rest of this kind of painted up. I want to put the old backs in there, and everything else is pretty well new. Like I said, man, came out pretty good. Your double stitch on the outside, your single on the inside, which, like I said, I kind of wanted a diamond or a honeycomb pattern, but like I said, I don't feel like it would have matched anything else that was in here. So, of course, my visors and all of that. Headliner, these came out good as well. Which I removed had him remove the mirrors that were in there, just based on the fact that they were well beyond repair. The driver's side mirror actually was missing, and I don't think my lights were working in here. So instead of having him repair those or wait on new ones to come in, I just had him remove those. So I'm like, again, I don't plan on sitting and looking in the mirror anyway. If I need to check myself out and make sure I'm 50 grand before I get up out the house, you know what I mean? I mean, again, I don't hardly ever use my mirrors anyway when I'm in the car, so. Came out pretty good, man. He actually rebuilt these, the interiors, because they were a little bit flimsy. If you guys have older cars and you have visors in there, you know that right around here, all of this is a little bit more flimsy. These are a whole lot more sturdy. One of the other parts that I'm going to have to end up ordering is these, the plastic pieces that cover these, which are the ones that I ordered. Find them. Pay no attention to my parts all over the place. It makes sense to me. But yeah, these are the parts that I ordered, which again, didn't really pay attention, but these don't fit. So if you have a convertible and you need a set of these, hit me up. I let them go for next to nothing. Had a guy hit me up, told him like 25, 30 bucks. He ended up deciding to get some more, which these are pretty much brand new. But I can't use them. So I have to buy these before I put my visors back in. But like I said, I plan on pulling all the rest of this stuff back out and getting their painted. Got all of my sound deadening in here, what I'm going to put in here up front and in the back. So that's pretty much it on that, man. I'll pull all of this stuff back out, take it to get it painted. I'm still working on pulling all this out. I may end up having to redo this, see if I can fix that up right there. trying to put that top in there and kind of pinch that down on there. So I may try to see if I can fix that. If not, I'll redo this whole piece, but we shall see. But getting all my old weather stripping out of there so that way I can be ready to pull this or put that in when it's time. Got 2 of my screws out of here, which, like I said, I plan on pulling this, and this is what I was talking about, where you can see all of the white down up under there. So when he paints all of this, I want all of that to be the same color as the car, so then therefore you don't see a different color, which you wouldn't see it anyway because the weather stripping is going to cover around about here. But again, I just don't want to take that chance, which down up under here, all of that seems like it'll be covered. The weather strip will come up and it'll cover all of that as well. But again, I'm getting it painted, so why not have it covered? I may end up picking him up and see if he redoes carpets. So the carpets that I had in there, which again, I'll probably be doing these black, have him do black around here. Do the black carpet as well. In fact, I may hit him up here in a minute. So that way I don't have to worry about getting carpets. Or I may check the pricing and see which one would be more beneficial with just getting some black carpets or having him redo these. But outside of that, man, that is about it. My small corner of parts is getting much smaller, and some of this stuff is starting to get redone and starting to take shape. Now I can kind of just set it off in the corner and just wait on paint. Once that gets done, rims will be up next, and then I can put her all back together, and then it'll be time to pull out, you know what I mean? All right, man, so 1 seat cushion in. If you know, you know. As far as these C4 seats are concerned, there are 4 clips. There's 2 at the bottom and 2 up top by the headrest. Getting these joints back in, it's quite the task. Building cars, you know what I'm talking about. Headache. All right, man, so like I said, it's pretty much finished product. And pop my back piece back in. Got my back pieces painted up. Don't mind my car cover and my parts in the background. Still working on those. But I do need y'all to jump in the comments. Give me your thoughts and ideas. These are my pieces that go on the side of my console. I'm trying to decide on if I want to go with carpet on the sides of these, or if I want to go with black vinyl, the same kind of material, but just go black. Or when I was doing a partner of mine's headliner, if I want to go suede on these. So y'all jump in the comments, man. Give me a couple ideas. Still undecided on what I'm going to do there. If I'm going to use the carpet that actually comes with it when I order my carpet kit, or if I'm going to go suede or vinyl along those panels that I haven't covered up yet. So getting the last finishing touches updated so that way I can get this interior fixed. A few things that I still need to button up, where some of my adhesive is starting to come loose. So a couple pieces that I kind of got to touch up. But it's pretty much, I would probably say 95, 96% complete. Of course, with seeing the seats and how I plan on doing the interior. And the reason I haven't put my seats back in yet is because once I take it to go get it painted, like I said before, I'm gonna pull all of my interior back out, get it painted, and then once I get it painted, get it back from paint, then I am going to put everything back in. So I'm pulling dashboards, pillar posts, pretty much everything. I probably leave the seat belts in there with, of course they're already black, so probably pulling center console and all that stuff. If not, may cover that stuff up. That'll come out pretty easy. So I may just pull everything, door panels, all that good stuff up out of here. So therefore, we don't have to worry about any overspray. But up over in there in a few areas, see where my adhesive is kind of releasing. So I may use some vinyl cement. That back in there, headliner still looks good. But all in all, got it pretty much done. Got one of my visors back in there, but I have to get my top pieces. They go up in here, which I've showed them once before. A few little plastic pieces that go up in top of here and actually secure or help secure the visors. So I have to get those. I ordered a couple, but I ordered them without doing all of my research. Excuse my tools all over the place. There we go. So these are the ones that I ordered, but they are the wrong ones. The center hole should be over some more, and there's 2 holes on each side of it, so got to reorder these. Outside of that, man, interior will be done. Pull the rest of my weather stripping out, which I pulled all the rest of this weather stripping out, and then along the back, I still got to kind of clean that area out, make sure that's clean, so therefore when I get my other weather stripping, that'll be clean for me to put my adhesive in there, make sure it's sealed around my windshield, as well as when I put my adhesive in there, put my weather stripping in there, make sure there's no leaking. They did pretty good on my tint, which that'll be coming in another video. I have a rag around here anywhere to kind of wipe off. They have their spray in there when they put my tint on. But if you're in the Oklahoma City area and you're looking to get some tint, like I said, all the places that I checked, we're talking about anywhere $279 on up $300-400 to get this car tinted because of that big back window. Found a shop, got it knocked out for $100. Can't beat that. Kind of one of them things, like they say, you know, you get what you pay for, which again, man, they did a pretty good job. Noticed a few scratches on the outside of my window, which again, I don't know if those were already there or if they were done at the shop. I mean, it's nothing major, but all in all, pretty good, man. I got to get a few more things worked on as far as this back hatch is concerned. My defrost, popped it. My defroster's back here. Actually broken. They got these little clips here. Needed to be resoldered back there. So I got that one. I don't know where the hell my other one is. It's supposed to be over here. But yeah, need to get that redone. Get that soldered back up on there. We'll be good to go. There it is. So I'm gonna get this put back on. Get that to focus. Yeah, I gotta get this put back on that other side. And then we'll be good. Which again, I don't plan on really driving it when it's like super cold out, so I don't have to worry about that. Like I said, leave all this stuff out until I get it painted. So this other stuff pulled out of here, which I plan on filling in this area here because I'm not going to use this third brake light. I'm using the one up top on the hatch, which is right there. So yeah, man, coming along pretty nicely. So be just about done, and I can start putting everything on the interior back in. Actually kind of scraped the back of my seat up there. I was getting my seat butt in, but I can touch that back up. But yeah, man, till the next video, man, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share, post notification bells, all that good stuff, man. I'll let y'all in the next video. Peace.